Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me here this evening. I'm here to talk about this very special shoe which I think a lot of you guys slept on, but I think you're going to regret that, and I'll tell you why. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'm on the road to 1K and I'll be very thankful if you guys can help me get there. So if you stop by, if this thing piqued your interest, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's do this thing together and let's get into this shoe. This shoe I actually hit on the Flex app of all things, if you can believe it. Struck out on the Sneakers app as usual, but there is a saving grace. Foot Locker came through and I actually have this shoe. I have a sneaking suspicion that's because this shoe was slept on. This shoe is a brick. And I think you guys are gonna regret thinking that, and I'll tell you why. Continuing on with the 2021 releases, Jordan Brand has given us a nice little special box. Now, if you guys saw my Jordan 4 PSG review, you would also know that that shoe had a special box as well. Whereas that shoe had that Bordeaux burgundy color, this shoe does in fact have that blue color also on the shoe. If you rub your fingers across this shoe, you will in fact notice that this shoe does have a raised logo right there in the middle. Very nice, Jordan Brand. Brand Jordan and Paris Saint-Germain Football Club do in fact have a long-running relationship. They have released several silhouettes already, including the Jordan 4, the Jordan 6, Jordan 1, and the Jordan 5. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Jordan 1 and the Jordan 5, which I'm really devastated about because I hear Jordan 5 is supposed to be phenomenal. Prices have gone up on that one, and I may have to strike now while the iron's hot, but we'll see how that goes. The Jordan 1's hit or miss. But if I had my way about me, I do think that Jordan Brand will continue to make silhouettes, and he will in fact have a line of PSG collab shoes, which I think will be absolutely phenomenal. And let's be clear, PSG releases the Jordan 3, you guys are gonna go crazy. So I put my bid in early. I got my Jordan 4, my Jordan 6, and my Jordan 7. Let's check out that Jordan 7 right now. Nice waxy paper with the Jordan 7 PSG logo all over it, as well as the Jumpman. Looking inside the box, you also do have that greenery, which is very reminiscent of a soccer field. Very nice touch, Jordan Brand. Size tag reads Air Jordan 7 Retro BCFC White University Red. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present to you the Air Jordan 7 PSG. If you've seen one Jordan 7, you've seen them all. I'm going to go into the details that make it a Jordan 7, and then I'm going to give you some details about what's special about this collab shoe. As soon as you take the shoe out of the box, you will notice that the shoe is noticeably lighter in weight than your standard Jordan 7. I will get into that in a minute though. You do in fact have a nice feeling leather material that adorns the side as well as the upper. Standard white flat lace. You do in fact have that nice nylon tongue with Air Jordan right there written on the outside. Famous for every Air Jordan 7, you do have those dimples around the sole, as well as those dark navy blue mountain peaks with a little bit of white touches on it. Also standard on every Air Jordan 7 is those breathability holes that are here on the medial side. They are noticeably absent up here for an obvious reason. On the rear of the shoe, you do in fact have an inverted or upside down triangle. Typically that triangle either has a 9 or a 23. You also do have a pull tab, again standard to every Air Jordan 7. Also very cool, the Air Jordan 7 in particular is the first Jordan 7 to not have any Nike branding on it. They're only Jordan logos. I think you can fact check that one. Now, what makes this a PSG collab? Well, for the $215 price point, there should be a couple little details that I think you'd be interested in. You do in fact have a mesh material on both the lateral and medial sides of the shoe, here as well as here. Obviously that mesh material will allow you to see through whatever sock you're wearing, which is a nice little touch. Both shoes do in fact have red nylon on the interior sock liner. Now down here on the bottom, that mesh material does allow you to see the internal sock liner. And on that sock liner, you do in fact have that red and blue with the words Ici C'est Paris written on the inside of it. Also up there in the upper, you do in fact have that shiny metallic gold Jumpman, which I think is a nice little touch. Down here on the side, you do in fact have that tag that reads Paname, which is somewhat the nickname for Paris. You do in fact have that red, white, and blue little hints on the bottom of the sole with that nice white Jumpman. Again, on that rear triangular shield, you do have the Eiffel Tower, which is a famous landmark in Paris if you didn't know, as well as a fleur-de-lis symbol. Now, fleur-de-lis also does roughly translate to flower or lily, which a lot of French people has adopted as their symbol for the most part. the overall color scheme does mimic the PSG logos that they're playing with this year. On the pull tab, you do have a nice white and red stripe pattern. So it's somewhat of a shame that I think people slept on this shoe. The materials and the quality are really good. It could have been the $215 price point that scared people away. But again, Jordan 7s just don't seem to be that popular amongst a lot of people. While I do not have the original Olympic 7, I do in fact have the alternate Olympic 7. And holding these shoes up side by side, you can see that there are a lot of similarities, but just enough to make them different, where it's pretty cool to own both pair of shoes. My personal opinion, both shoes do have a lot of wearability, especially on American holidays, even though this is not an American shoe. 4th of July, Memorial Day, I do think both of these go pretty hard, if I do say so myself. A lot of folks also say this shoe bears a very striking resemblance to the Air Jordan 7 Cardinal. I find myself saying a lot, I don't have that shoe, I don't have that shoe. There's a lot of shoes I don't have, so, bear with me. As I previously mentioned, I am absolutely sick I do not have the Jordan 5 PSG. Maybe one day, but in the interim, you guys tell me, of the PSG collabs, the 4, the 6, and the 7, which is your favorite? What's really dope is Jordan Brand has been putting out apparel to match each one of these shoes, and you can see the inspiration that the PSG jerseys provide when these shoes come out. The Jordan 6 is probably still one of my favorite silhouettes, but the quality on this Jordan 4 definitely bumps this one way, way, way up there. As I mentioned, here's that 75 on the Jordan 4. Right there in the lace lock is that 75 on the Jordan 6. But for the life of me, I cannot find where that 75 is on the Jordan 7. I'm gonna keep looking. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the B-roll. Hopefully you're about to enjoy this on foot that I'm gonna give you of these guys. This is definitely worth one to have. I don't really get into resale prices entirely too much. I know someone can be had still around retail. If not, there'll probably be a restock on the foot sites. I don't know how limited this shoe was. I heard it had a little bit less quantities than you may think. But if you don't have any Olympic shoes, you don't have the Cardinal, this may be a good one to pick up. I'm definitely looking forward to rocking this with a snazzy pair of socks to see what kind of creativity I can come up with. And with that, I'm gonna bring this video to a close. I always appreciate you guys sticking there with me. As I always say, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all my social media sites, which will be listed down below in the description. Also down in the comments, let me know which of these is your favorite PSG collab. I appreciate you guys for sticking in there with me. Until the next one, I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.